getting deaths. Guys, we're starting with Double or Nothing because that was the better event.
Listen, we're starting at King and Queen of the Ring because it happened first.
Okay, fine.
And it's shorter.
Yes, like
better.
Like your dong. No, not better. Worse.
Sometimes shorter is better. That's what I've been told.
That is not. She is lying to you. Whatever situation where you're in, when she's like, "It's fine. I like it shorter."
Short on length, wide on quality.
Girth?
Yeah, my dong needs a girth certificate.
Yeah, you did text us that.
My meat what did I say? My meat popsicle needs a girth certificate? Yeah, dude, hell, you.
I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
I don't even want to read what you wrote.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
It's fucking dumb.
I said something about a queef chapel in there, too. Guys, King and Queen of the Ring. Gunther beat Randy Orton to win King of the Ring. I thought this was kind of plotting and not as good as I expected from Gunther. It was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is a fucking fun match.
Let me tell you something. If you compare this to Ilya Dragunov match, this isn't close, right?
Well, Gunther and Dragunov is maybe
but the best
match of the past 5 years.
I think this match was fine, but I don't think it was one of Gunther's best. I don't think it was one of Randy Orton's best. It was it was a good match.
Absolutely
I guess I watched a different match because I thought it was an amazing match.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it had a great story. Randy Orton's selling has been top notch since he came back from injury the past few months. We said Gunther would win. So it was pretty predictable, but it was the right call.
I will say, it became less predictable because, and this didn't come out until after we did our show, but the winners of King and Queen of the Ring were going to get a title shot at SummerSlam, which is something that we talked about not only before, but for years. We talked about they should make that a stipulation, and they did it. For whatever reason, they waited a long time to announce it, but once they did that, I kind of started thinking, wow, maybe Orton wins, because then you could do Orton versus Cody. And to me, it felt like you have McIntyre and Punk on tap for World Heavyweight title. So now I don't really know where they're going with the World Heavyweight title, per se, because Gunther's going to be challenging for that. But obviously Gunther very deserving of this. I totally disagree that this wasn't a great match. To me, this was the match of not only this pay-per-view, but of the entire weekend. This is my kind of wrestling. This is my kind of match. I thought it was awesome.
Okay. I said it was a good match, really good match. It was, like I said,
it was plotting.
It was at times plotting. No, in the middle, I felt like it got
That's classic.
You say plotting, I say you're telling an in-ring story. You're focusing on body parts. Like Randy Orton, well documented the injuries he's had. Mm-hmm. He's working his knee. He's working his back. You know what? Instead of Randy Orton just magically being fine after 5 seconds, he's actually selling injuries and making it seem like he's legitimately
Gunther moves at a quicker pace. His matches, for the most part, are not plotting. Even when he is the heel on the offensive and he's technically slowing it down, right? It is never this slow. This was plotting at times. It did not have that pace that I enjoyed as much.
Before Dave told you that you have to love Will Ospreay, you would have loved this match.
I just told you this was a really good match. I'm just saying it is not as good as I honestly expected it to be. I was a little let down. If I thought this was going to be a fucking banger like Dragunov and fucking Gunther, it wasn't.
Dragunov's a different type of wrestler than Orton.
I'm just saying, but Orton's been on fire and he has been doing great things.
This was a fire
and the story of this match was to work his many injuries.
Listen, if I'm giving it stars, it was 4.25.
It's a great fucking match.
Yeah, listen, it was a really good match.
He's got Dave brain rot now.
But my scale also goes up
7-8 star match.
My scale also goes to 10. So, for the record.
That's insane.
Nia Jax beat Laya Valkyria. Nia Jax is great. I love Nia Jax.
The finish of this match was fucking awesome.
I think this is my favorite finish of the whole weekend.
I agree.
That was so well done.
I didn't expect her to do the bonsai drop like that. It looked like fucking insane.
Yeah.
That was such a good sell.
At that point, I was like, you know what? Liver, get out of the way. I'll take this take
the bullet
for you, if that's what you need me to do. Just sitting there.
George would have left her there.
I gotta tell you, I would have been sitting, I would have had the fucking napkin in my shirt and a knife and a fork in my hand. So I'm hungry.
Nice.
By the way, I predicted Nia to win this, and I think she's a great choice. I think she's been so good since she came back, and she deserves it, and you need to build up your fucking monster heels, and she's great for that.
So
for the women's division.
So you make her prostrate herself in front of Triple H by bowing down, right? Is that what you do?
She wasn't really bowing down.
Gunther
didn't. Her crown.
Gunther didn't do that. Gunther didn't take a knee.
Smash.
Gunther didn't put it on his head even. Gunther was like, cool,
I'm
we're
glad
just
he
trash.
didn't.
Well, yeah,
I
Gunther.
feel like he was going to smash the crown, to be honest.
I mean,
the way
we
he was
talked
holding
about
it.
it going in like. No, none of us thought Gunther was going to be wearing around a fucking crown and cape and
No,
shit. It's
that would
not.
be terrible.
I would wish
Good.
Nia
Vince
Jax had
would have made
fucking
them do it.
bonsai dropped
Yes.
the crown.
Yeah, I was happy on Raw when he wasn't just wearing the whole getup.
He's just carrying it around like a trophy.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Cody Rhodes beat Logan Paul to retain the undisputed WWE Championship.
Hell
We knew
of
this
a
was
match.
coming. It was. Listen, it's
Good
funny that
match.
you
It went
if you
a
can
little
like
long.
if you can like Logan Paul but not like the Young Bucks. That shit is wild to me.
That is-
Okay.
You say they have no psychology. This
They
dude
don't.
has little to no psychology as well.
Okay, well, every one of his
Good.
matches is great, but okay.
Dude, the camera shot for the frog splash was fantastic.
And he came out and said he showed the text 1 year ago. That was his idea to do that, to bring in a
Nice.
drone to circle him while he was going up for his frog splash through the table, and it was an amazing shot. Like,
That's awesome.
Kind of lame. I'm
did
not-
you?
I'm not down with that.
Okay,
It was.
it's unbelievable.
It
that we
reminds
were
me of
stuck
that It reminds me of the camera in the NFL that just shoots around the field and shit like that. I never
Yeah,
liked that
really?
view. I never liked it.
Okay,
Still don't.
well, whatever. It was for one special spot, and it made
Yeah.
it look awesome.
RVD never needed it.
We could have been having shit like this for years if it wasn't for Kevin Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true.
Kevin Dunn sucks.
Whether I like it or not, it was innovative and different, and for that, I'm at least like willing to be like, hey, at least you gave it a shot. Whether I like it or not, I give you credit for trying it. But let me just say, RVD, he never needed it.
Frog splash was picture
RVD
perfect,
was-
by the
Eddie
way.
never needed it. Who's the dude
They
from
didn't have
Japan who was Eddie's tag team partner? I forget his name now.
Who, Art Barr?
Art Barr. Guess what? Never
That
needed
was
it.
more in Mexico.
Hey, he never needed it.
Yeah,
You don't even know who he is or where he wrestled.
Liv,
You knew-
Liv,
if you need-
what
or
did I
not.
say,
yeah,
Japan?
Yes.
You know what I meant.
It
You
could
got,
happen.
you got it right away, Mike. You
You
know
could
exactly what I was
imagine.
talking about.
I got it.
Hold on,
But
hold
how
on.
fucking dumb you are.
Hold on, you know I've always had a confusion. You know I've always had a confusion
Ultimate Dragon.
mixing
Where?
Japanese and
Where?
Mexico. The two very similar, very close countries. Liv Morgan beat Becky Lynch to win the WWE Championship. Listen, Becky's going to AEW, almost confirmed. Right?
Let's not do this.
Liv kisses Dom and Raw, but the feed cuts, we
Didn't
don't
even
get
fucking
it.
see it.
This
Yo.
is...
That was pathetic.
This-
That really was
pathetic.
WCW-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Triple
this,
That
H.
was like the
You-
biggest production fuck up WWE's had, and I don't know how long.
never
Like,
would have
that's a
happened
huge-
under
That's
Triple
a
H.
huge moment you've been building toward, and you fucking didn't
Yep.
get it on TV.
I mean,
I'll
yet.
tell you,
Yeah.
Vince would not have allowed that. That was insane that happened.
Yep.
Yeah, their job.
I can't believe they did
Like,
that.
yo, cut your fucking match a minute.
Yeah, it's really important that they kiss on TV.
It's
It
pretty important.
That's the whole
Very
thing.
important. I also thought this match was kind of mid.
Which one?
The
Becky
wait,
Lynch
the
and
King
Liv.
and Queen of the Ring or
Which
the
one?
steel cage?
Becky Lynch and Liv. The
Which one?
listen, give me a second.
Because one was kind of mid and one was actually very good.
I think they were both kind of mid.
No,
I
King and Queen of the Ring match was very good. The cage match was mid.
I thought the one. Listen. I'll agree that the one at the pay per view was better, but I think they were. I think I was let down by both. To be
what
honest,
were you
with
expecting
Yeah,
at the pay per view? It was
I was
actually Liv
watching-
Morgan's probably her greatest match of her career.
Yeah, listen. I actually agree with that. Still think it was pretty mid. Like I'm.
Yeah, but
trying
if
to
it was
want
the
to tell
greatest
you.
match of her career, how could you have been let down by it?
Because I still thought
You
Becky
expected
could
a
have
5-star
carried.
match out of Liv
No,
Morgan?
I think Becky. I thought Becky would be able to make her better, and I just think she's more mid in the ring than I really thought. I think she's better
Well,
on
I'm
the
not
mic.
disagreeing
hold
with
on.
that, but it was a
I
really
think.
good match.
Listen, I think she's better on the mic than you give her credit for.
No,
I think she's a better
no.
character
Nah,
than you
not.
give her credit for.
No,
but
she's not.
That's not
I
true.
think from an in-ring perspective, I think she is mid-card mafia.
It is funny because I was watching the cage match. And I just kept thinking, man, Becky and Trish had an amazing cage match last year after a shit feud that really rejuvenated everything, and this just wasn't
It
really.
didn't
cutting
help
it.
that fucking Braun Strowman was
That
involved in
shit
it.
blew.
What the hell's wrong with him, man?
I love
What's
it.
with his hair?
I love it, dude.
Why is he dressed like
Love
fucking
it.
giant Jeff Hardy but with weird hair?
I'm doing the hand thing right now. You can't see it, but I'm doing the whole dance.
Dude, he's like, when he came back, I wasn't happy, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then he started teaming with Ricochet, and he was kind of out of the way, and they were kind of like a fun team because they were very different. I was like, all right, I could deal with them
And
like
then
this.
Ricochet confirmed to AEW, and now he's doing his own thing.
What? His fucking girlfriend works for WWE for probably forever. So
hold on. Oh no, he's got to go work somewhere else and get away from her. Oh no.
I don't know if you have you seen her. I don't think he wants to go away. I don't think he wants to go away from her.
I gotta tell you the truth. If she was mid in the face and mid in the body, no one would compliment her fucking skills on the mic because they ain't that good. Lillian Garcia was twice the fucking announcer she was. Sorry.
She's definitely better
than
Lillian.
Tony Chimmel better.
Chimmel.
Fucking, who's the dude from Anthony Edwards? Who's the dude from fucking, from AEW? Who's their guy?
Justin Roberts?
Justin Roberts.
That's really far away from Anthony Edwards.
What the fuck?
By the way, Samantha Irvin better than everyone you just named.
Not true. I think she's really fucking, listen.
She's not as good as the Fink, that's for sure.
Yeah, damn right about that. She couldn't stink with the Fink. But yeah.
I think maybe Melissa Santos is better.
She was definitely better. In every way.
But she hasn't, she should be announcing.
I think if the respect wasn't there for all the men, they wouldn't be yelling so loud. So everybody shut the fuck up.
Whatever you say, sexist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. I'm sexy. What can I say, dude? I've been fucking working out for the sunshine.
Didn't say that.
Sunshine, baby.
And by the way, real quick, regardless of how you felt about the match quality itself, we were 100% right in saying that this was the move. Right, not to have her win in a battle royal, but to have her beat Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch, on her way out anyways, in terms of taking time off, so, like,
possibly going to AEW?
No.
Listen, dude, I know you're lying to yourself right now because you don't want to hear the truth, but Mercedes Moné has set the bar, and we're gonna get fucking, what's her name in real life?
Oh,
what bar?
Rebecca Quinn?
Rebecca Quinn
in the AEW zone, dude. She comes in and she's just the ass kicker now. She's done with that dumb shit.
She's the guy.
She's the guy.
The dude.
No, she's not the dude. She's the guy.
She's very much going to be taking time off. Seth's out for however long with his injury. But he already re-signed, so they got that money coming in. Smart.
Which is perfect. So that
she could just take time off. She can negotiate from afar when and if she wants to, and then when the time comes, she'll be back with WWE. It's not even really a question about it.
I mean, I just presented
it's pretty clear that she did WWE a solid because Rhea got hurt.
Right.
100%.
Seth is out injured,
and
so
now
it's
there's
perfect
hard
time
feelings.
for them to be together.
There's still hard feelings.
Now there's hard feelings because
hard feelings for getting another title reign.
Tony Khan slides in.
What?
Tony Khan slides in. He says, "Listen, all the money I got, Dad, get in here." And she's like, "Hey, I fucking love this."
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, I don't know if she will negotiate at all with AEW, but if she does, if she at least takes a call, it's smart negotiating on her part. But
100%.
Regardless. I mean, she's going to give, I'm sure, WWE right of refusal on that, and then she'll end up still in WWE.
If she's a savvy businessman, she's at least taking one call saying, like, what are you offering? And then she goes back, she hands out every fucking piece of information she got from AEW to Triple H, and she said, I want to be here, but, that's what they got.
So I mean, it was reported that Randy Orton essentially did that. Randy Orton never had any fucking intent on going to AEW, but
you'd be fool not to.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Just like if Becky were to do it, she's got no intent on going to AEW. There's no way.
Mercedes Moné is fucking...
I don't know that her and Mercedes Moné are that close, bud.
Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Don't be making up lies.
I think she's closer to her husband. That's just me, though.
Opinion.
And she don't want to get away from that dong for too long.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah.
Did Dobby fall?
No.
I don't know. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He was blown away by that line.
Anyways, Liv kisses Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, internet speculation running wild. Do we get a ladder match between Liv and Rhea for Dom's custody? Dom in a shark cage over the ring?
So, I don't know. We discussed it, though, like, horrible job on production's part to fuck up not having on the show. Like, it cut off at like such a weird thing where she's like staring at him.
Yeah,
like,
it was so obvious that was going to happen also.
Right, it looked like there was more to it and then it cut off. So like, that can't happen. But, and it's a shame because it's a very good and intriguing angle. And now we're at a point where like, Dom, when Rhea comes back, She's gonna whoop Dom's ass. She's gonna whoop Liv's ass. She's gonna be the biggest fucking baby face that we've seen in the women's division in I don't know how long. So all that's great. I just wish that they wouldn't have fucked up the timing as badly as they did, because that's a bad fuck up. Mm-hmm. That's Bush League stuff right there.
Yep.
Donnie's still
Triple H. I don't know, fuck Donnie. I don't give a fuck.
Good.
Sami Zayn beat Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. A lot of shenanigans happening with Alpha Academy, right?
This
go ahead.
Might be my favorite storyline going right now.
Really?
Yes. And I think argument can be made that right now, in this moment, Chad Gable is the best heel going in wrestling. He's unbelievable. No? Why not?
No, he's not.
I said argument can be made. I can make that argument very easily. Who do you think it is?
As far as being the best heel in wrestling right now,
yeah,
I would say even Christian's better than Chad Gable.
And that's fine. And I would not begrudge anybody for having that opinion, but I think Chad Gable's been a lot more interesting than Christian has been the last, month or so.
Drew McIntyre.
Because he's been doing the same thing. Yeah, Drew McIntyre is absolutely in it too. But Gable consistently for the past few weeks has been, to me, one of the most compelling things in wrestling. Because not only is he great in the ring, but he is developing this heel character. He is, fucking unhinged, essentially. He's doing such a good job with it. Goldilocks and her 3 brain cells. He's killing it. So, I think an argument can be made for him being the best heel right now. Not saying he's going to be over the long haul, but over the past few weeks, I think he has been.
You talking about Chad Gable?
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. He's been fantastic. And the stuff with Sami Zayn, and this will ultimately lead, I believe, to Chad Gable winning. So I fucking love this.
I think that very clearly what's going to happen now is that he's going to be recruiting the Creed brothers and probably Ivy Nile. And they've actually kind of done a good job of planting the seeds there, because Ivy Nile's been teaming with Maxine. So I think Ivy Nile will be turning on Maxine, and then the Creed brothers will be kind of stepping in and fucking up Otis and Tozawa, and then you move forward with Gable, having people who he feels are competent behind him, and then he ends up beating Sammy in the coming, weeks or months or whatever. But yeah, I think he's just been awesome. That segment with the Alpha Academy with him fucking about to whoop Otis, so good. So good. And his backstage segments have been incredible too.
I could see them doing this at Money in the Bank in Canada, where Chad Gable beats Sami Zayn for the championship.
Oh my god, and raises that red, white, and fucking blue, baby. Let me
then
hear
you're gonna get a ton
it.
of heat. Get a ton of heat for him beating Sami.
That's kind of shit Kurt Angle would do.
Yes, it is, dude. I love it. I fucking love it. So real quick, favorite match, favorite moment, overall grade, Mike?
Favorite match is definitely Gunther and Randy Orton. I don't care what certain people say that don't appreciate good wrestling. This was fucking awesome matches, everything you want in pro wrestling.
Don't tell me what I want.
I'm sorry?
I said don't tell me what I want.
Well, you say all the time that you want certain things in wrestling, and then you go against it.
I don't tell you what you want. You hate the fact that I just disagree with what you believe. See,
I don't care.
I want you
I
to
don't
like.
care.
You like whatever you like. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But every time I like something different, you get angry about it. And that's a you problem, not a me problem. Jeff.
No, I don't get angry about you liking something different. I get angry about you lying about what you actually like.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Favorite moment? I mean, I'm going back to that fucking Logan Paul frog splash to the table with the camera shot and with the execution itself on the move was awesome. I'm going to grade the pay-per-view at 8.5 out of 10. I thought that you got 5 matches. And Triple H is showing that's really all you need for a lot of these pay-per-views. Make sure they're good. Make sure they matter. All these matches were good. I think, the Lyra and Nia match wasn't unbelievable, but it served a purpose. Same thing with the Liv and Becky match. The other 3 matches I thought were all, pretty spectacular. So I didn't feel like there was any match I watched where I was wasting my time. Cool. 8.5 out of 10.
Cool. Yeah, the second guy. Oh shit, dude. Okay. BJ?
Yeah, the truth is hilarious sometimes.
No, just that would make it one of the best recent WWE pay-per-views ever, but that's fine.
No, it wouldn't.
8.5 out of 10?
Yeah, an 85.
That's
was it 85? Was that great for you when you were in school? I guess it was.
Yeah, 85 is a pretty damn good. If I got an 85,
it's good.
Good. I got a B. I just got a B,
in
dude.
school, in school I wouldn't say it was good. I would say it's decent.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why when you go to DCCC, baby, you're excited when you get a B. So stupid.
Did you ever get one?
A B?
You can imagine.
Let me tell you something, dude. I made president's list. Not just dean's list. I made president's list. So don't fuck with me, dude. I was really good at journalism. I don't know what happened over the years.
Get like a plea from the president of the fucking university, like, please let me through.
No, he was like, please give me that D, and I was like, give me an A. Go ahead.
Hold on, the president of the university asked for your dick?
And then he gave me an A. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying at Delaware County Community College, I F the chairperson.
Yeah,
you should have filed a lawsuit and got money out of that.
Why, dude? It was completely consensual. Two adults just
Why?
pounding at each other.
That's awesome. Anyways, Gunther and Randy Orton was by far my favorite match of the weekend. My favorite moment from this pay-per-view was actually that finish between Nia and Lyra.
Yeah, it was
That
great.
was awesome, unexpected. I thought they just completely nailed it. So that was my favorite moment. Overall grade, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Good matches, but not a lot of consequences in here.
That's a good grade. That's a close to realistic grade.
You're such a bitch.
I'll give it a
It really
6.5.
is. I'm not grading it. Listen, if you get a 50 or below at school, that's not good. But like Wrestle War had some great matches on it. But I would give it like a 5.5 to 6.5.
I'm just being honest about like
This was much better than Wrestle War.
Yeah, Wrestle War fucking blew.
That's
just
not
the
true.
grand scheme of
That's not
pay-per-views. Like, there's some really great pay-per-views that are an 8 out of 10, right? But and this is not like a great legendary pay-per-view.
Not at all.
I don't
Like,
think
I
it was
don't-
a legendary.
not
Baby.
even-
I don't need to
Little bit.
rewatch. I have no need to ever rewatch the show.
You'd rewatch an 8.5. You're not rewatching this.
Definitely rewatch an 8.5.
Okay.
I wouldn't rewatch almost anything.
My favorite match, I'm going to give it to the Triple Threat. I really like that match a
that
lot.
was the second best match.
My favorite moment, if not Liv Morgan kissing Dom off air, it's got to be
That was rough.
it's got to
That
be
was
the
rough.
bonsai drop from Nia Jax. And the
Nia
overall-
Jack.
Nia Jax. Yeah, I changed. When she goes to AEW, it should be Nia Jax. And overall grade, I'll give it. Carry the 1. 4 out of 10.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow, never heard of that before.
Good score from you.
It's about standard for the WWE over there. Double or nothing, guys. Listen, I'm not gonna say a lot here in the beginning. I'm gonna let the actions speak for themselves. Thank you, Truck. I started Tuesday morning watching this show. I went in
And you
cold.
ended Wednesday.
I knew nothing of
There's no way you finished this paper.
Look at me. I knew nothing of results before this.
Really?
Not one time. I don't look at social media anymore, so it's actually pretty easy. And I didn't
So
work
we already know
Monday.
he's lying. He does look at social media.
I don't.
all the
I
time.
really didn't. I literally posted a thing on Facebook this morning, and I posted a thing on Twitter this morning. That was literally my extent of being on there. From the bottom of my heart, I didn't work yesterday, so I wasn't exposed to the computer, so it actually made it pretty easy. I didn't search AEW. I was just focused on my travel links this morning. So I didn't even see the broken leg thing until, like, literally this afternoon. That's why I wrote it down. Thought it was different news.
Well, it didn't come out until today that he broke his leg.
There you go. Look at me. I'm fucking breaking news shit. I'm not going to say that my life changed when I watched this, because that would be a lie. But it was damn close to life changing.
Life changing in the past 10 hours?
Yes. Like, my life now is drastic.
It changed my life. It took away time from my life that I can never get back.
Yeah, you're closer to death, and that's good news for all of us.
Mhm.
I would say that this was one of my
I don't even react to anything.
this is one of my top 10 favorite AEW
No, it's
pay-per-views
not.
ever.
It's not even possible.
It
It's
is.
one of their worst, probably in quite some time.
That's not true. Let's go through it.
I think it's
Definitely.
100%.
We should go through the top 10 AEW pay-per-views.
I would love it.
Because I don't think this would be on your top 10.
It definitely would.
I don't think so.
I don't think this would be on anybody's top.
Bang,
10.
bang, gang, Death Triangle, dude. You scoff at it. That match was awesome.
Properly scoffed at.
No, was that? Hold on. How did you think the match
It was
really
fine.
fun? And
It's not. Here's the thing, Donnie. There's nothing wrong with the match. It's
Okay,
a good
no,
match. It didn't need to be on the pay-per-view.
Okay, now take that out of it. Take that
That's
out
fine,
of it.
but that's the big
Judge.
part of everything,
Okay,
right?
sure.
It's
Okay, that's your perception.
There's so much, and honestly, you look at like 7 of these fucking matches on the fucking 10-match card, and like they're all kind of the same.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, you can have fucking 10 quote unquote good matches, but if most of them are the same fucking match and almost none of them matter at all or had any kind of intrigue surrounding them, then like just watching a bunch of good matches in a row does nothing for me.
Well, for you. But part of
most people.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah.
For you, just represent yourself. You don't have to represent most people because you don't know that for sure.
Being realistic.
So you don't have any way of judging that. You judge it off of the 8 people who follow you on
Numbers.
Twitter. So here's the deal. I like wrestling. I like the sport of wrestling. I think that the in-ring action is just as important as the storytelling. It is. So I think when you get a long and listen, I was always a fan of WCW, and they always had these super long fucking pay-per-view events filled with matches.
Never 5.5 hours.
Well, no, that's
whatever.
because it's changed now. And now, because pay-per-views cost so much, I'm getting everything I want and more. It's like going to a restaurant. They give me more and I can take some home. But you're getting your money's worth when you're here. And I've always feel like that with AEW. And for that, I'm thankful. Because WWE can have shorter shows because you're already buying the network anyway. You're buying Peacock anyway. It's part of the subscription service. If you're buying Double or Nothing, you're dishing out your hard-earned bucks for a pay-per-view. So you're selling that night. Well, if you give me 5 hours of a movie, you know what I mean? BJ, you probably like, dude, you're a dweeb. That shit's long as fuck, right? Like, you're getting what you want. Maybe it is too long for some people, but for the people who paid to see it, they love it.
I think that these people like you, who claim that you want a 5.5 hour show with as many matches as possible, I think that if AEW had given you a pay-per-view with only the 5 matches or so that mattered on this card, and all the matches were good and all the matches mattered, you would be singing the praises of them doing that.
Listen, I like this also. Here's you want to know the overarching problem for me, Mike, is not that this is 5.5 hours. I like long wrestling shows. I like them long. I don't apologize for length.
You didn't like when they WrestleMania 35?
It was a problem because it was both fucking nights. It was stupid.
No, it was one night. WrestleMania 35, and that's why they went to 2 nights.
Here's the deal.
Correctly, by the way.
When you do 4 shows a year, 15 matches on each show.
They don't. They do 12 now.
And that was what I was. Let me fucking finish. You mouth breathing twat.
Open mouth? You want to open mouth me?
I
nice.
would.
Come on, Liv.
It, dude. Dude, did you see her mash his nose? That was not sexy. I'm afraid of losing a tooth with a woman.
It was aggressive.
It was, dude. I would be like, you need to. Well, she went to the Paul Heyman school of the guy in the last row's got to see it. So she smacked it on there. You know what I mean? I'd be worried about chipping a tooth coming in that hot. Yeah, I heard that her and the Wyndham guy's not together anymore. I heard she's single.
So she says.
That's what she said?
I guess, in an interview, yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
she just said, I'm not in a relationship right now.
Wow. Bo Dallas dropping the ball. It's been a hard time. So let's go through this. I didn't do it. MJF returned and kicked Adam Cole in the balls while declaring, he's AEW 444 live, baby. Oh, shit. Yo, chalk one up for the good guys, man. Damn.
No coincidence that the best part of the pay-per-view was just a promo from their best promo guy.
I mean, MJF is fantastic. Him coming back and him signing with AEW and committing to AEW. Mike, you gotta admit, that's a huge, huge coup by Tony Khan to keep him in the building.
I mean, I assume he basically paid him whatever he wanted for the most part stay. Because he knew that the optics of losing. Essentially, I mean, he's not 100% homegrown because he was a guy before, but in terms of a guy on, a TV show that's watched by more than like 5 people, like MLW, homegrown. Like, that would be such bad optics to lose that guy to WWE.
Do you think WWE made an offer?
I don't think it got to that point because it became clear, like, well before his reported contract end date that he had re-signed, to me at least.
Well, I definitely.
So I don't think it ever got to that point where they could have made
WWE
him.
had an offer and he chose AEW, and for that,
Okay.
I'm
If you want to lie and just make things
so
up, that's
proud
fine.
of him for making the right choice in life and being that guy. And
He chose
is-
money now, fame later.
Well, he's getting fame now too, motherfucker. That's a sweet tattoo,
No, it's
by
not.
the way. Sweet tattoo. Much better than Cody's.
It's awful. It's awful. I hope for his sake that it's fake, but I think it's real.
What's awful about it?
The line work.
The line work?
Yeah, like it looks fucking wonky as hell.
Let me hear. Okay. Mr. Tattoo Guy. Holy shit, dude. Yo, you always say that I just regurgitate the shit that I read on social media, and then you say
That's what it's called, when you
line work.
draw.
I know what it's called. I'm covered in tattoos. Your fucking peach bottom body ain't got a drop of ink on it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You have shitty tattoos. You have
Yeah, I know all of
If
If anybody knows shitty line work, it's me!
So you're just agreeing with me?
No, his line work's fine. It's a simple design. It looks fine.
It looks like shit. Everybody says that.
Again, you read your opinions. Why don't you have your own?
I know what a shitty fucking tattoo is. I watched Tattoo Nightmares many times on Spike TV.
Like it's a connoisseur.
I was taking it.
That was a good show.
I was taking
Eva
a hit.
Lees was on there one time.
Yes, with her coochie
They
flame.
changed her tattoo near her crotch from fire to a rose.
Yes.
She had a firecracker.
She had a
Yes,
firecracker,
that was the joke.
I can't believe
So don't tell me I don't know about fucking tattoos.
I
'cause I don't have them.
said, look at me. I'm just saying, get your own opinions. That's all. Let's
It
get
was my opinion. It looks like
The
shit,
Elite-
and it's a good thing that he can cover it up.
Let's go through
Donnie.
some of the smaller matches
Hold on,
quick.
Donnie.
Rapid fire.
You-
What?
Donnie, you just said that Becky Lynch would be stupid, basically, not to entertain an AEW offer, or at least speak with them, right?
Yeah.
So now you're going to say that MJF see a moron?
No, MJ. I said I believe he definitely listened to a WWE offer.
Okay.
I did.
So
Mike's the
you're
one
just
who
making
said.
that up, though. You
Gotcha.
don't-
Okay, again, Mike. It's informed speculation. Of
clearly
course, I don't
signed
have
well
any
before
insight on
he
that.
ever had a chance to become a free agent.
Maybe that's your opinion. I don't know.
No,
that.
it's obvious, 'cause it's the way that-
hold on.
They
Oh
stopped
my
referencing
god.
the whole free agency
Oh
thing.
my god, my fucking head. You're always right. I forgot.
I'm 100% right on this.
The
I
Elite.
mean, it's
cool.
obvious.
You were right on the pivot too, because you won't back off of that, and you look like an idiot because you've been wrong 1,000 times.
I wonder
over.
why it's taking them 9 years to put out the fucking thing.
Are
Because
you-
they gotta control what they want it to look like.
Cool. Yo, you are
Yeah.
stupid. That's why people.
If we want to talk about who's right more often between me and you, I'll go at it any fucking day about that.
No.
We got about, what, 12 years of proof
No,
on this fucking show about that?
I'm going to tell you.
Mr. Manny Pacquiao?
Well, listen. Hold on. You're calling into question my personal. Everyone knows I have struggles. Okay, that's obvious.
What?
We're talking about on this.
What does that mean?
We're talking about this topic. How you are so wrong with the pivot, and then how everybody's losing. Here's the thing: no one thinks that I need to have credibility. They think I'm here just to make the yucks. And guess what? They're right. When it comes to you, Mike, you are dancing a fine line because you do need your credibility, because that's what makes these people listening like you. And you're coming out here with your dumb shit opinions
Wait,
about the
wait.
pivot. You're coming out
So
here
you're saying
with
I
your
have no
bias.
credibility because I'm saying that MJF re-signed with AEW well before he ever had a chance
No,
to
I'm
go
saying
out
that you
and
have
kill
as
off.
much credibility saying that as I do that he considered WWE offers. Neither of us know a damn thing. It's both informed speculation.
I have the timeline on my side, so.
Okay, see, again, you're just changing it up. And by the way, again, I reference back to the pivot. Everyone all they hear from you now is you're echoing Twitter, and you say that you stand with
I'm
the
not
pivot.
echoing
And
Twitter.
honestly,
I don't
dude, it
post
makes
on Twitter.
No, you don't post. You just lurk and get your opinions there now.
I don't. That's what you have
That's
always
not,
done.
that's not
You know
true.
that.
That's not
You
true.
know
That's
that.
what you did.
It's really
You just
weird
did it. You said fucking lines, but like you know tattoos, and you definitely read that on Twitter and
I've
just
got a
echoed
girlfriend
it.
who has several tattoos, who I've talked about tattoos with before. I know what line
She's like,
work
she
is.
fucking hates talking to
Oh,
you.
what
She's
a
like,
show
you're
off.
a dweeb. Yeah, what a dweeb. Not you, not her. She's cool. You're not.
It's really weird that Donnie said, it's okay, I have no credibility.
That's what it
Listen
is.
to him. It's like, what the fuck?
That's what
He
I am.
admitted
I
that
know
I'm
that.
far more credible than him,
Yeah, I
and
know
then
he did.
said,
100%.
then tried to say I wasn't. It didn't make any sense.
Well,
That was
listen,
very
listen,
strange.
guys. Wait, what? How is it? When have I had? I'm more pissed off that you thought I had credibility at some point.
I did not think you had credibility.
That's what I
made that
thought.
very
Don't
That's
give
clear.
you
what I
credibility.
thought.
That's the problem. That's why we're on here. It's to always discredit you.
The Elite beat Team AEW in Anarchy in the Arena, and Dave backed the Star Truck up I need 7 of them. This shit was fire. Literally.
I can't wait for the Dave review of this match. Oh, people lit on fire, people run over. I hated it, but the crowd loved it. 7 stars.
I gotta tell
That's
you, you know me, unless I forget Dave for a second, you know me, this is right up my alley. I'm in for all the chaotic bullshit. I'm in for the fucking, every element of this. Guess what? Like the glass? That fire's real, Jack. I like this. This was my favorite match of the entire weekend.
I thought it was a fun match. It was just like a fucking chaotic clusterfuck, which is what it has been, what it's supposed to be.
It's what it's advertised as.
The past couple times they did it was a lot of the same shit, so I wasn't like super excited for it, but this time I think they went above and beyond, did a lot of different shit that we hadn't seen before. Mm-hmm. The hanging Darby upside down, the fucking flamethrower, trying to quote unquote running Darby over, although I guess he got out of the pile before he got it. Just a lot of like crazy stunts, which, you don't want to overdo that in a normal match, but this is Anarchy in the Arena. It's supposed to be like that, so I thought they did a good job. I thought they lived up to the stipulation.
This was really fun. I agree with you, Mike, that past couple weren't because they set the bar pretty fucking high with the first like stadium stampedes and that stuff. So, this one there were a lot of creative spots. I did like trying to run him over, considering the whole thing about him getting hit by a bus. The fucking flamethrower was awesome. Maybe my favorite spot in the whole thing was the exploding steel chair. Because I didn't see that coming at all. I was like, holy shit. I was like, these guys have thought of like so many spots, very creative. So I think it was one of the better Anarchy in the Arena matches.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it was the best. Like, if you're taking Stadium Stampede as a different thing, I think it was the best Anarchy in the Arena.
It was,
match.
I agree. I separate
the Elite winning, they had to win. I enjoyed that. I actually, I thought that they should have done a bit more with Tony Khan being dragged out, though. Like, he just kind of, like, they have the clip on Twitter of him just rolling down the fucking ramp, but that wasn't on TV. And I felt like they should have done something more with that, of him being involved in there. Because I liked when Jack grabbed him, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then nothing happened with it.
They should have lit him on fire.
Or you could save that big beatdown again for another moment, too. Because this was a complete clusterfuck. And admittedly, if you're not into this kind of thing, this ain't your bag. But you know what? I'm real into this kind of thing, and it worked for me.
The only thing I didn't really like was the opening of them fighting about their fucking entrance theme being played.
Yeah, that was kind of corny. And then I didn't like the finish, really, because you did all this insane shit, and people are not getting pinned, and then Jungle Boy just does like a little knee and pins them. It's like, that was such a weird anticlimactic end to this.
I liked it. It made sense in the sequential order of what they were doing, and fucking Jungle Boy wins. Big time. It's big shit, dude.
I'm fine with him winning, but do it in a more impactful way.
You don't like his finisher?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. You're stupid. I love it.
Like, I didn't even know I didn't know a little running knee thing was his finisher.
Swerve Strickland beat Christian Cage. This is a very good match.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good match. I mean, listen, again, it was one of those things, we knew the outcome of the match, but it was everything we needed it to be and more. I thought this was really good. I thought it was a really fun match.
I thought it was very good. I thought they did it a little bit of a disservice because you're sandwiched in between Anarchy in the Arena, and you're sandwiched in between Mercedes versus Willow, which, to me, I think for a lot of people was the most anticipated match of the night because obviously that was Mercedes' debut match, and there was a lot of hype and hoopla behind it, and it just felt like Swerve almost felt secondary to that, and he felt secondary to Anarchy in the Arena. And I think he's felt secondary just in general since he became world champion, and they made that very clear, like, the moment after, like, the first Dynamite after, when he just had a random match and got no promo time.
And what was the other thing they did that made him feel secondary? Because he was the co-main event of this show, correct?
Right.
Right? And Anarchy in the Arena is this just chaotic thing. So in terms of championship matches, he's the main event. Right? This is the main event.
He's the last championship match, but he's not the main event.
But I mean, it's co-main event. You put on when you're doing any other sporting event, any other thing, it's the main event, the co-main event. It was co-main event. Not going to ever be overbilled by the Anarchy in the Arena match because we know who's not going to do it. So
I'm
it
just telling you
was in
that
the right spot. And I don't,
they've done stuff that has made
they did the one night where they fucked up. They definitely fucked up by not giving him more time and a better fucking celebration or something that first night. But since then, he's been booked really well, especially with Christian. This stuff has been really good. So don't shortchange this.
I know that, like, in the past, like, during Punk's WWE Championship reign, I'm sure you did, and I know a lot of people did. Anytime he was in the main event, there was complaining from fans that you're not elevating the title.
He should not have been the CM Punk against Christian Cage, where we knew CM Punk was going to retain, would not have main evented over Anarchy in the Arena in this situation.
Okay. And I'm not even
had to main event. I think maybe Swerve could open the show.
I disagree with that, but I don't know if that's the best spot for this match.
So you're wrong. That's fine. Great match though. Mercedes Moné, Willow Nightingale. Mercedes Moné wins. Mike, I'm going to toss to you real quick because I don't know what you think of this match. I'd like to hear your opinion first.
This was honestly, I think this was my match of the night. Not a shocker, probably to you.
Wow.
I thought it was a great match. Mercedes, obviously, my favorite women's wrestler of all time. And Willow, I'm a huge fan of. I think she's great. I think she's an awesome babyface. I think she's shown a lot, like, she had, like, that bubbly character, but she also has shown fire, that she's not just a one-dimensional kind of character. She's like a NXT Bayley type of character, but she showed that she could do more than that. And she did that in promos, and she did that in this match. And I thought it was, very entertaining. The only critique I'll have is that I think Mercedes needs to dump that finishing move. She fucked it up again, and she did it, and the first time she did it to Kyrie, she fucked it up. So I just don't know that that's a very, if you can't execute it, like, easily, then I don't think you should do it. So I would go back to the bank statement. That was a good finishing move. Just go with that. And I like the post-match angle, too, with Chris Statlander turning on Willow, because my concern coming out of this was going to be, like, obviously Mercedes is going to win, but
what happens to Willow?
Is Willow going to fade into the background?
Yep.
At least you have a non-title women's feud that people can be invested in, because, Chris Statlander and Willow are not only, partners on the screen, but they're friends in real life, and you can draw off that.
People love Chris Statlander.
Right, and I think they're both awesome, so I like that aspect of it as well.
Yeah, I think, honestly, this was a major feather in the women's division's cap. We want to talk about how people like me want to say, like, I feel like we're seeing subtle changes towards a more positive direction of the fucking division. I see it with the fucking Timeless Toni Storm and Mariah May and all the secondary characters doing work in that storyline. I'm seeing it with this championship. This is what I want. I want more of this. And this really was. The match was really well done. I thought Mercedes Moné, from an in-ring perspective, she carried her weight. She did really well. I love Willow Nightingale. She's fantastic. And now you have Mercedes Moné who can go on now do something with this championship. What am I going to do now? And Willow and Chris Statlander can fucking beat the shit out of each other. So I'm way down for all that. PJ?
Good match, good angle, good booking. I thought this was Mercedes' best match since leaving WWE.
I think she only had, like, what, 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but the ones in New Japan, I don't think they were better than this. That's what I'm saying.
She hit some good ones. She hit some fucking bad ones. You don't know.
All I said was this.
You didn't fucking see them.
I watched all of them.
You watched clips. You did not. No, you didn't. You watched clips on Total Divas.
This is the best one that she's had, and you're still fucking complaining.
And I don't know why he's complaining, because he...
I don't know.
I mean, no, I believe you're right. No, I believe you're right. I'm just saying that you never saw them. No, what I'm saying is that you never saw them. I know, but you never saw them.
I never saw them.
You never saw them. That's all. You thank you for saying it. Adam Copeland beat Malachi Black thanks to Gangrel. You heard my words together correctly there. I like this match a lot. The barbed wire steel cage match. When I heard the words all together like that, I was like, okay, that's a lot of gimmicks stringed together. But it actually worked in this situation. I thought Malachi Black looked awesome throughout this. And Adam Copeland breaks his fucking leg. So now it's like, what happens to the TNT Championship? In retrospect, I wish he fucking was like, fuck, my leg's broken. Black win here. That would have been awesome.
I thought that also.
But it's just, I don't think he knew his leg was broke, so.
Aleister Black or Malachi Black may not be long for AEW at this point, because he might be Aleister Black again pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean,
so, I don't know that they would have pivoted to him.
There's also reports of he could be re-signing with AEW or re-signed.
I don't think they're signing. He's re-signing. The report is that there's basically a team option, quote unquote, or a company option on his contract.
Yeah. So you don't know.
You don't know what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just saying what my belief is.
Yeah, but no. You don't say it like it's a belief. You say it like it's pretty. You're like he pretty much not there.
Maybe.
That's why. No, you didn't. You say it with your whole dick and chest, dude. Don't lie to me.
Didn't.
You were like he's pretty much gone. They won't give him the title.
So fucking much today.
Because
you watched 9 hours of fucking wrestling in a row.
Yo, honestly, considering I watched all the. I watched King and Queen of the Ring yesterday. I watched some of Raw last night. I watched all of Double or Nothing today. I watched fucking a little bit of the SmackDown stuff that I missed. I watched wrestling till the last second before I got on this air. I've watched it for the last 15 hours I've been awake. Yeah, I might be pissed. So I'm sorry. Will Ospreay beat Roderick Strong. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something on there? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking what you were thinking because I watched this last night before Raw. And so I knew that there was this big spot with Edge and people were like, did he get hurt, whatnot? So I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, it looks like he's pretty fucked up. Maybe you should call an audible and put it over Malachi Black. Cause the Cope wins a lot of fucking feuds. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking so it's like, even if Malachi Black is leaving, they could still do a title change. It's not like Malachi Black's like, alright, well, fuck it, I'm not allowed to win. He's not gonna hold the championship up. So I was thinking the same thing you were, Donnie, of hey, Cope, maybe you should have fucking called an audible here. Love seeing Gangrel, that was so cool.
Like Tony would have stood up for himself and been like, Adam, how dare you? How dare you give that championship to him? Maybe Cope is a little more selfish than we thought.
I'll say this. I'll say this about Cope, though, because it's adrenaline, and I think either he might not have known how bad it was, or he just hoped it wasn't that bad. You don't know.
Yeah, you're for sure right. He didn't know.
But I mean, I watched it live, and my initial thought was he could have easily fucking broken his ankle or it tore his ACL by. I don't know. I assume he was going for an elbow drop, and it looked like he just kind of fucking either misjudged it or jumped shit basically in the middle of it.
He definitely. To me, it looked like he fucking abandoned ship on the original plan.
I mean, you got to commit to an elbow drop or to a splash on that. You can't. He barely ended up touching him, and it just the spot ended up sucking, and he ended up getting injured. And I think the moral of the story is don't have 50-year-old Edge jump off the top of a fucking cage.
This is what happens. Stop letting Darby Allin hang out with people. Yeah. That's my.
Yeah, not everyone's thing, but I mean, first of all, Wiley fucking jumped on the top of the cage. I'll give him that credit.
I'll jump out. I'm jumping out of the motherfucker. I'm jumping to the announce table. I'll fucking deal with it.
Pinfall submission only.
Oh yeah.
What are they gonna do?
I'm just saying it was pinfall submission only. This was my match of the night. I love that. This was the one I was most looking forward to seeing at this show. Two of my favorites currently, and I thought they delivered. Gangrel showing up was a huge surprise. We had talked about this.
Did you like the bloodbath?
I didn't think it looked that great as Dave Meltzer was claiming it to be.
I thought it was really fun. Nice callback, and they hit it. Which
I love bloodbaths in general. I just didn't think it looked that great of him swimming around there. But Gangrel showing up, we had so many people speculated about that heading into WrestleMania 39 against Finn Balor for their Hell in a Cell match. And so for it to actually happen, and I think Edge came out and said or Copeland came out and said WWE turned down at Gangrel showing up because they were no one's gonna remember that. It's no, people fucking remember he had one
Anybody
of the greatest
that was a fan during that time remembers.
And there was a lot of us, by the way.
One of the greatest entrances, one of the greatest themes. Come on. People know Gangrel, so I was so happy to see Gangrel show up. That was so cool. So I definitely understand why.
He looked good too, he was moving very well.
He teaches a school. He's doing really good for himself.
Yeah. I definitely understand why they didn't call an audible because it kind of would have sucked for that moment. I did enjoy the spot where maybe Edge got House of Black to turn on Malachi Black. Nope, fucking screw you, Edge. So I enjoyed that. I thought it was cool when they went through the cage. I always enjoy when that happens. It just really sucks that Edge is hurt because he was doing. His matches have been awesome. He's one of the guys who always delivers.
One of the best runs of his career, honestly. It was like a renaissance for him.
Okay.
He was doing all the same great stuff in WWE as when he returned. It's just a continuation of that.
What I'm arguing is since he came back from the neck injury,
Yeah, he's been great.
Oh, you're saying the past 4 years?
Well, like, yeah. Well, this is like Shawn
This is like
Michaels.
this is the second like big injury he's had since, right? He tore his triceps against Orton in the greatest wrestling match of all time.
No. This I assume has to be a multi-month injury if you're undergoing surgery, so.
Oh, he's going to be out for probably almost a year. I
was going to say, slide that in there,
sure.
Dave. Holy shit, he's got to be out for like a year. I had to guess. Yeah, no fucking have any idea. You got no fucking idea.
I have no idea.
I know.
But
then you're still out here speculating, Dave.
That's why I went with the multi-month.
I don't know. I just go like this. Who knows how long? I don't know. I don't know. Will Ospreay, and you know
right, we made it through. We made it. We're done.
No, that's not true. That's not true. The bangers are yet to come. But with that said, I was going to say something else, but I'll say this here too. These 5 matches, these four matches were better than the 5 matches on the other card, in my opinion. So,
I think it's close, but AEW gets docked points for then having 6 additional matches that didn't matter.
But here's the thing. I liked most of these other matches. So you could see why it would be light years to me better than what you're presenting. If these 4 matches
somebody was
those
being disingenuous, I could see why it would
be honest.
better to them.
The top 4 matches that you said yourself were really, really great against the 5 matches from here. You could say the difference is one's higher than the other, right? If that was just what it is, maybe you put WWE a little bit higher than AEW. But if you enjoy the things that are happening down here, like I did, then you can't even argue. There's more content, more better content. So
that's fair for you. I didn't enjoy having the extra 6 matches.
The thing is you have to take into account is when you're watching the show of how you feel about it, right? I don't feel exhausted by the end of King of the Ring, and Queen of the Ring.
Because you have the attention span of a mutant.
It's honestly inexcusable at this show until 12:30.
That's not true. It's fucking Memorial Day, dude.
It doesn't matter when it is.
So let me tell you,
if it's hold on, real quick. Of any other week, and it went till 12:30, that's inexcusable.
The Bills go into overtime. You turn the TV off?
No, because that's
you fucking pussy. I asked you a question. You turn the TV off.
It's a totally different thing.
It's idiotic.
It couldn't be more different.
That made no sense.
Will Ospreay. I will rapid fire that. God, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Whatever.
We broke him. It was right there. Mark it down. George looped that. We'll
he knows it's not even worth fucking arguing whatever dumb shit you're gonna say.
That's very true. Honestly, great use of your
discretion. The better part of valor is what you call it.
Because here's where you get into.
I don't know how to use any of those words.
Because here's where you get into, Donnie, where these next several matches, aside from the FTW Championship, which up until these till the fucking Malachi Black match and Adam Copeland, FTW match was my fucking favorite match of the show so far because it was different from everything else. All these other matches are basically the same. We're going to give you what feels like a 20-minute fucking match of everyone hitting these big moves and having fighting spirit and doing the same fucking type of shtick in every single one of these matches. It's the same thing, just give you different people doing it.
I mean, I completely disagree. Each match had its own story, and listen,
many had done, actually.
I mean, which one didn't have a story?
Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle.
Okay, I agree with that.
Ospreay versus Strong had no story. That's for sure.
I mean, that is not true. Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong have a long history with each other, and he literally said...
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes, they do. They've worked against each other.
What was the story of the Mox match?
That Takeshita got the fucking eliminator, because that Don Callis called in his favor. Don Callis called in a favor and said he's tired of this bullshit, and he wants
Tony Storm and Serena Deeb basically had no story.
I'm talking about the reasoning
Serena Deeb came back because she was fucking looking to shut Tony Storm up.
Yeah, no story.
I mean, okay.
Sorry, not a good story.
You don't like the story.
Just one that's thrown together that means nothing.
In the same way that fucking Christian and Swerve was thrown together. That doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's a short-term feud, dude.
But they at least had history.
Okay. All right. Will Ospreay beat Roderick Strong. Fucking banger match. Will Ospreay is awesome. I really love him. And Roderick Strong deserves more credit. He's one of the best in-ring workers of our generation. He really is fucking awesome.
Can I ask you a question?
Legit
question.
Yeah.
Legit question.
Good.
Why does Will Ospreay have Ridge Holland's NXT gimmick?
He's afraid to hurt people?
Yeah.
I actually don't mind that he's hurting people.
And why is he even working with Callis still at this point?
Well, I think, again, you'll get the turn. We're slow playing because he's not going for the world title yet, dude. It's going to be a whole thing. Will Ospreay run a show? What was your question again? I lost it already. I'm sorry.
Why does he have Ridge Holland's NXT gimmick?
You were asking why he's hurting people every time?
Yeah, why is that his gimmick?
I mean,
that's what's been happening in these two matches.
Well, he's so strong that he's deadly. He's literally hitting them in the back of the neck. I mean, I don't know if it's a gimmick or not. You can just pretty much say he's just doing it.
Here's the problem with this, though. If they had done this and it like put Danielson on the shelf, then it'd be like, okay, I could understand it. But he's like right back, and then he's in Anarchy in the Arena, so it doesn't really make any sense.
No,
like he didn't injure Danielson.
He was out he didn't wrestle for 2 months.
I don't think it was months.
It was literally 2
months.
It was
Dynasty was last month.
Yeah.
No.
It was
Yes, it was.
21st. What are you talking about?
21st of what?
Of April. I just said
February?
It.
No.
What is wrong with you?
He's out for 1 month.
The greatest match of all time, and Donnie can't even remember.
He was really out for 2 weeks because he returned to be like, I'm on Team AEW.
Dude. So, yeah, but that was literally only because of the Kingston injury.
What?
No, that was Darby.
Did you love the match or no?
So you don't know anything that happened.
Honestly, can I be honest? No, I didn't love the match. I really didn't. And I'll tell you what. Will Ospreay, I will not take anything away from him as, his athletic ability. He does shit that is just very few other people can do. And I'll never take that away from him. I'm totally out on his psychology. I really am. That's my problem with it. It was on full display in this match. So he got his knee worked over, and at one point, it looked like he was going to sell the knee. Like, he went to, run, and, he couldn't really do it. I'm like, alright, cool. This is what I've been waiting for out of this guy. Let's go. Did that for about 10 seconds, then he's totally fine, and then we get to the latter stages of the match, and Roddy goes for his finisher, and Ospreay goes he's high up in the air and he lands on his feet. So I'm like, oh cool, he's gonna fucking sell the knee. He tweaked it, right? Because he landed on his feet. Absolutely nothing, and just fucking finishes the match. That doesn't work for me. I like the Gunther and Orton type of wrestling match with selling, so I'm just not into that. And, you can yell at me if you want, but I'm just telling you what I like and what I don't like. I don't like that level of not selling.
No, because the way you just addressed it is actually what I've always wanted for you, and I'm keeping you honest. You just addressed it all as in your opinion. You didn't make it feel like others should feel that way.
I've always been
No, you make people feel stupid.
About it. I don't like that.
That's not true. No, it's not true. You make people who feel that way like they're lesser than you because they feel different.
You fucking degrade me every second of every day, every chance you get.
Because of course
I'm going to fire back at you.
Are we going to whisper?
But I'm not going to do it to other people who are respectful.
Mike, I'll tell you what. Last week we had rave reviews for our whisper fight.
Don't you fucking make me go down this road again.
I'll slap the teeth out of your face. Nasty. Call me Miss Jackson. Okay, Tony Storm beats Serena Deeb. You say no story.
Oh, hey.
I say
good match. Alright, whatever.
Did you hate that he didn't sell very well at all?
He sold a bunch, dude. He sold fucking plenty, dude. But when you have the fighting spirit of Japan at your back, you're like a ship in the wind.
Good choice to open the show with this. If it wasn't going to be Swerve, then this is the right choice.
Banger City, where you come out the door, bang! Tony Storm, Serena Deeb. I know you don't like the fact that Serena Deeb was the person here or whatever. You don't like the story. But from a technical perspective and from what I enjoyed, this was a really good showcase for Tony Storm. Serena Deeb's really good at wrestling. Tony Storm also really good at wrestling. Lost in the sauce with this character is that she's a fucking damn good wrestler. And I thought this was a great way to showcase Tony Storm. And she's not going to lose. It's a one-off thing. Slickety blam, slickety slam. Tony Storm. Mike?
It was a good match, but no real story, no inkling that she could possibly lose. So it just was tough to be overly invested in this match. And it was in the midst of the fucking run of matches that didn't matter.
BJ?
I thought it was good. I think the ending did not need a super pile driver immediately into another pile driver to beat Serena Deeb.
Well,
super pile driver was enough.
No, see, that's what you don't know a damn thing about the sport. Our beloved sport. Serena Deeb.
Talking like Gunther over
Serena
here.
Serena Deeb is one of the toughest son of bitches in this goddamn business. Super pile driver wasn't enough. Needed back-to-back super pile driver. Just sound like an old drunk guy. You need a back-to-back super pile driver. That's what you do right there. Okay, Chris Jericho beat Hook and Shibata. Listen. Brian Keith, I genuinely like a ton. Shibata and Hook, I love. And Jericho, this new learning.
I told you guys
gimmick,
fucking Jericho was winning.
You did say that.
He is winning, and you did say that. I thought for sure.
That was before we knew it was a triple threat, though.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what we said. As when they moved it to triple threat, I think it actually became obvious because that's how. So Hook is protected.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think it was always obvious because he's fucking just all in on this weird ass character.
I like
the learning tree one.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You are such a hypocritical piece of trash because if he did this in WWE, you'd be like, oh, Jericho's at it again.
No, I wouldn't, dude.
No,
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. Yes, you fucking would.
He did good things like the list.
Yeah. Like a gimmick, he does a learning tree.
Yeah, a good gimmick. I like a gimmick if it's good.
Yeah. You just don't like Jericho.
I do like Jericho, but he just hasn't been doing entertaining things for quite some time now, unfortunately.
That sucks for you. Good.
I really enjoy his entrance where it says that he's been FTW champion for like 33 days or whatever the count is now.
Yeah, I get it. Jericho really always does awesome stuff. I think haters are stupid.
Again, up until I believe it was the Malachi Black match, which was number 4. This was my favorite match of the opening half, basically, because it was just different. And I like hardcore matches. I thought it was fun. I thought they had good spots.
Yeah.
The dice is hysterical.
I like Brian Keith a lot too. I really do think he's.
That was very unexpected.
Learning tree.
You could argue
interesting what happens. It was very random.
You could argue because he's being part of the learning tree.
I did think it would have been cool though if Hook and Shibata, because they both had Jericho in submission, if Jericho tapped out, and they were co FTW champions.
That's how they won that triple threat against Brian Keith.
Pin him at the same time.
They submitted them at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it was my idea of pinning them at the same time. All the Shield are champions.
That was a different idea.
I don't know if that was your idea.
It was my idea.
I think your idea was for them all to climb a ladder at the same time and grab the title.
No, I said all 3 pinning them at the same time. I said we all lay on him. You get the legs, I get the midsection, you're over his head.
I like that idea.
Yeah, right, come on. I'd be the guy on the bottom for sure. John Moxley and Takeshita eliminated a match. You could argue, to me, this match, again, Don Callis tried his best to explain it. I love Don Callis, but it really was a random fucking place to get. You gotta do better getting John Moxley. Honestly, you gotta do a better job getting both these guys in storylines that matter. I know that John Moxley winning the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is a big deal, but you gotta make it feel like a bigger deal on television. For me, I thought the match itself in a vacuum, awesome. 2 fucking dudes fucking beating the shit out of each other. I thought Takeshita fucking looked great in this match. I really think he's one of those guys who just he needs a storyline, he needs a fucking dedicated program for himself to get himself over, a nice mouthpiece. Just make him and Don Callis a thing, let them do their own thing away from all this. But the match itself was really awesome, and I really loved the in-ring stuff.
I would argue that Takeshita probably should have won the match to get a future title shot, even if he's going to lose the future title shot match.
I think there's drama. According to everything that Bushiroad and all the companies are saying, it's like he was DDT or some loyalty bullshit. Listen, I'm not sure.
If it's that big of a deal, then don't do it.
I feel like they had to get Mox in the show, dude.
This is Tony's little BS creative way to be like, it's essentially a championship match, because who the fuck cares?
I mean, I don't know what the deal is with the...
Because, these eliminator matches, they're so weird.
I don't think
they basically, this is basically a championship match. Then,
It's like when WWE was doing championship contender match, and everybody shit on that because it was dumb. An
eliminator match? So Takeshita just beats the champion.
Usually it's the champion against, somebody who's, not even fucking in the stratosphere of competing for a championship. That's what they usually do when they're doing their eliminator matches.
Yeah, and they never win usually.
Right. So, what's the point?
I don't know. Like I said, but again, match was awesome though. Really loved the match. Really was awesome. So just a match in a vacuum, Mike. Be honest.
Good match. I mean, it's you could say that about, like I said, you could say that about the 5 through 10 here. It was good wrestling, but it's just.
You didn't like
not invested in when you
honestly, you don't watch enough to really know the stories anyway, so that's fine. That's all good.
I keep track of all stories.
No, you really can if you're not watching all the programming and also probably additional content too.
Absolutely can, because I'm reading up on it and I'm watching clips, so I'm well aware of what the stories are.
Reading up on it and watching clips.
Yeah.
So you're reading up on it, which is somebody else's opinion of what's happening,
No,
and then you're getting
reading
your
the
opinion.
facts of
Cool.
what the story
Where do you
are.
read? Where do you usually read up about it?
All kinds of different websites where they write about the results of the shows.
AEWBotches.com, was that the one you went to?
No. That is a good fucking account, but no, that's not where I get it from.
If a dude did that about WWE, you would call him pathetic.
I think people do that about WWE.
You said doo-doo.
Yeah, sure did.
Orange Cassidy beat Trent Beretta. Banger. 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 Honestly,
the crowd could not have been more dead for this match.
I mean, it was.
I think people just don't. They really, really don't care about the old Trent Beretta heel turn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I care about it because I've been watching for so long.
Okay.
But I realize I might be one of 16,000 on Earth. So.
I think this could have been on Dynamite.
Yeah, this could have made it main event.
Yeah.
And the next match too. But they were good. It was a really good match. It's just, you're right. You argued that Swerve was misplaced. Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, I think there was no energy left in the room when they walked on stage, and I think they hadn't.
Well, they were the second match, right? Or were they the third match?
I thought they were the second match, right? The second?
The Bang Bang Gang was the second match.
So
Orange Cassidy was the fourth match, and by this point, I was already fucking tired.
Right, because they were just doing the same shit over.
What
Because
was
it's just
third?
the same. The third was Tony Storm.
Okay, so I had it backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I skip promos in the middle a lot of the time, or I skip. Just skip. You know how it is. Just skip as much as you can.
Just skip some of the matches.
Oh, I watched after the fact, and I skipped some entrances, and this was still very fucking long. So Mike and George watching live and people watching live, it's just a long show. Yeah. It's just it's unnecessarily long. You're still gonna get your money's worth
that's your opinion.
2 matches are cut, for example.
No.
We said last week, show's too long, Tony. Enough matches, and they fucking air the match.
And then you know what happened? I got it all, and I was like, I can take more. You don't think I can take more? Give me all you got.
No.
And then Bang Bang Gang defeated Death Triangle to retain the United World. Again, you're right. I could have seen this as a main event on one of the television shows, but I got it here, and it was really good. I fucking love these guys. You give me fucking Pac, you give me fucking Pentagon, and you give me fucking Phoenix, and every time I'm gonna love it. And I also love Jay White. I'm really, the Guns have really grown on me too. They are really fun.
Yeah, since last year.
Yeah, they're stupid fun, and it's
no one's disputing that these are
good talent, good matches.
These are good matches. It just there's a way to book your show, and we've seen more enjoyment of a more condensed show. I'm not saying that it has to be only 5 matches like a Triple H book show.
It's only got to be 5 hours. You say 5
this
matches,
could have been
5 hours.
This could have been 8 matches, and
Listen,
it would have been
we all
infinitely
said
better
it.
for that.
We would say it for WrestleMania. It was fucking 6-7 hours. Dude, too long. Sorry, so I had to do 2.
100% the WrestleMania 35, which had a lot of great. It's a lot like this pay-per-view. It had some great shit on it, but everybody to a man, to a woman was like, "This is way too fucking long," and people were just dead tired by the end of it.
And then they saw what 2
that
nights does
contributed to them doing. 2
Okay,
nights.
fine. Then you know what? AEW should do 2 nights a month.
I don't think all their pay-per-views should do 2 nights. No, I don't agree with that.
Well, you know what? We're gonna do it. Match moment overall great, Mike.
Favorite match was Mercedes versus Willow Nightingale. By the way, we're all saying Mercedes Moné, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She says Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
And Justin Roberts said Mercedes Moné.
And
but then,
Renee
the announcers
said it too.
are saying Moné.
Yeah.
What is it?
You're saying for about 2 years, still no one knows how the fuck to pronounce this girl's name?
Yeah.
I'm
very confused.
You know what it should have been? Money. Mercedes money.
I agree.
Or Mercedes Moné.
No, or just, how about this?
Or just
As a
Mercedes.
T.
Money. It's America, dude. We don't know what the letter with the weird thing on top says or what it does. That's not our language. We don't do that dumb shit over here. It's Mercedes money.
That was my favorite match. Favorite moment, Gangrel fucking showing up through the ring. I'm an Attitude Era mark, so.
I am too.
Love me some Gangrel.
You pop for shit that was cool when you were a kid, and Gangrel. Dude, I was I was a light goth at that point. You know what I mean? I was I was goth light. And I was I loved that shit, man.
Overall grade, I would give it a 6.5. You could have cut this pay-per-view in half and it would have been a lot better.
You gave King of the Ring an 8.5, and you gave this a 6.5.
Absolutely. I significantly more enjoyed King and Queen of the Ring.
That is dumb as fuck.
Everything on that show was good, and it was only 3 hours long.
I heard you. BJ?
Favorite match, I said earlier, was Copeland against Black. Favorite moment is Gangrel. That was a great surprise, and we've been wanting that for a long time, so they delivered. I'm glad they finally got to make that happen. Also pretty cool coming up from the ring. Kind of gets me every time. Overall grade, so Donnie, I can understand what you say, right? Every match in the vacuum is a good wrestling match of the athletics and what they're doing.
And I know you're hurt by the length because you can't handle it. You're a tip only kind of guy.
It's not about can't handling, it's about not wanting to.
Yeah. I would give this a 7 out of 10.
Sorry, I almost spit my drink out. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard someone say in my life. I'm gonna start with overall grade, 9.5 out of 10.
There you go.
Listen, you're right. There was a couple, the lack of predictability and some storylines that weren't as well developed as I would have liked. That knocks off a half point, but I mean, banger after banger. Match quality was like a 20 out of 10. So I can't say anything. So I love it. I got even 9.5 out of 10. Favorite match?
Oh, hold on. Sorry. MJF moment of the night.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Favorite match of the night was the Anarchy in the Arena. My favorite moment was the embrace of Adam Cole by MJF, and then the cut in the dick down like a redwood tree with his shin bone.
Why would Adam Cole think that MJF was actually hugging?
It was so
because
stupid.
because they had been just friends. They had proved their friendship for months and months and months.
What are you talking about?
Screw him over.
They were
You don't
best
think you remembered?
friends, dude. People
He
make
talked
mistakes.
shit about him for months.
People make mistakes. Also, my actual favorite moment, seeing that tattoo and being like, man, the line work, right? Right? The line work.